Welcome to part 2 of A Travel Made Simple, where I teach you step-by-step how to travel with less stress and more confidence. Today I'm going to share 3 tips on how to plan an itinerary without over-planning. The first tip is to plan anchor activities for every day. So by this I mean 1 to 2 things every single day that are your must-dos and sees. You're not planning every detail of the day down to the minute. You're just saying these are the 1 to 2 things we absolutely want to get done today, and we are going to make them happen, and then everything else kind of fills itself in throughout the day. For an example, on my Italy trip, this was our last day in Venice. We booked the Moreno and Breno Island tour for 8:45 a.m. and then we booked a food tour for 5 p.m. that night, and that was going to be our dinner for that day. So for this day, we booked 2 anchor events, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, and then we knew we were going to have a little break in between the 2, and we didn't know what we would do during that time. We ended up doing our souvenir shopping and things when we got back from the island tour, but these were our 2 anchor events for the day. Tip number 2 is planning your activities by grouping them by area in the city. You're going to waste so much time running around the city and going to different places if they're not kind of near each other. So to get started, I usually just make one long list of everything we could do or want to do or potentially could see, researching blogs, what are things I might want to do, and then I start grouping them by where they are in the city and type of activities, maybe how long they are. Maybe you do 1 long activity and 1 short activity a day. That's another way to kind of do it. But you really want to pull up a map of where you're going and actually get an idea of the location of these activities and start grouping them that way. And the tip number 3 is actually just to leave empty space in your itinerary, and you can fill it in once you get there. I don't think there's ever been a trip that I've gone on where I got to the city and didn't learn something new about that place and find something else that I wanted to explore. And if my itinerary was completely filled in from every minute and every hour, there would be no space to fit in that new thing that I discovered while I was there. Energy levels could play a part in this, and also just what are you most excited about? So when I went to New York City with my sister and my nephew, we had planned to see a Broadway show. We saw it, and then the next night we didn't have anything planned, and we all wanted to go see another Broadway show. So I think during the day all we had planned was the Statue of Liberty, and throughout the day we kept talking about it. We were we really want to go see Beetlejuice. We really want to go see Beetlejuice, and we don't have anything planned, so let's just go do it. And that ended up being one of our favorite nights of the entire trip, was actually just the one that we didn't actually have planned. I mean, we had a great time in New York City overall. We all loved Beetlejuice so much, and we actually liked it better than the show that we did go see the night before, so we were really happy that we ended up doing it that way. So if I had to summarize that all up in 1 sentence, it would be: create structure but leave room for flexibility when you're planning your itinerary, because a lot of times your favorite experiences are going to be the thing that wasn't planned in advance. Keep following along for more tips, and happy travels!